Abortion is an abominable crime, declared the Second Vatican Council. And these words are strong, but it's nevertheless very true. Abortion is simply one of the worst evils one could imagine. If we really step back and see the full picture, abortion is the climax of all demonic evil and activity. Even the ancients understood that abortion is immoral. For instance, Hippocrates, who lived 5 centuries before Christ, and he's considered the father of medicine. He was the one that wrote the oath that doctors used to swear to uphold. And it explicitly states, "I will not give a woman an instrument to produce abortion. With purity and holiness, I will pass my life and practice my art." Now they don't even take this oath anymore. At least you're not obligated to anymore for obvious reasons, because it was a moral compass for doctors. And Hippocrates was just a pagan, no? But just through using his reason, he knew that abortion was wrong, was evil. And modern science and embryology now clearly shows how at the moment of conception, there was another human being completely apart from the mother's body, with his or her own DNA, a body that is alive, that is independent, And so we see clearly that if one really has good intentions, a good disposition, one can't deny that there is another human being there in the womb. And despite all of this overwhelming evidence, the United States still upholds the right for a woman to destroy her own child. A right to produce millions of deaths in our country, despite hundreds of doctors affirming that in the womb there is life. Our country advocates for abortion as a woman's right. Dr. Bernard Nathanson, you might have heard of him before. He was the co-founder of NARAL, the National Abortion Rights Action League, and he was very, very active in getting abortion legalized. After having performed some 75,000 abortions, 70,000 of them were of his own expense at his own clinic in New York City. 5,000 he performed by himself. He had an opportunity at one moment to see an ultrasound scan that came out in the 1980s. And when he saw it for the first time, when he saw a baby, with all the human characteristics, with a heartbeat and everything, he totally gave up all that he was doing at the time, and he began fighting to defend life. And after he saw this ultrasound, he wrote his resignation to the NARAL, and he said, "What if we were wrong?" And from this statement, we really see that he understood the gravity, the consequences of what he had done. At the end of his life, actually, Dr. Nathanson was baptized, thanks be to God. He was baptized at St. Patrick's Cathedral, and he died in 2001. Just looking back at Roe versus Wade, the woman who appealed to the Supreme Court later confessed that she had not been raped, that it was a lie, that the lawyers knew it. But they said, no, it doesn't matter, it's for a good cause, meaning that they wanted abortion to be legalized, right? And she actually converted and dedicated the rest of her life to defending life in the womb and to do whatever she could to repeal the law that bears her name, or at least her editorial name, not her real name. Her real name was Norma McCorvey. And she, like Dr. Nathanson, was later baptized into the Catholic Church. She converted. Archbishop Gomez said in his recent statement on the inauguration of President Biden that the continued injustice of abortion remains a preeminent priority. He was on to say later in the article that abortion is a direct attack on life that also wounds the woman and undermines the family. So let us never give up the fight for life, even if it takes 50 years. We have to start fighting today with our prayers, helping pregnant women around the country to choose life. Do not be afraid, St. John Paul II said, to openly defend life from conception to natural death. Of course, there's so many delicate situations that women go through, pressure, anxiety, health, suffering. However, none of these can excuse the killing of a child. None can justify such an evil act. As the principle goes, the end cannot justify the means. So let us ask our Blessed Mother, who bore the Son of God in her womb, to protect the innocent from the attacks of the evil one, from the devil, and assist us in destroying abortion in our country through prayer and perseverance, always remembering what our Lord said in the book of Jeremiah, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you."